Hello everyone, I'm Alice, welcome to Clay House channel. Today, I'm going to create a cutest bear house by using cardboard and polymer clay. Oh, if you like and subscribe, a double rainbow will appear outside your window. Okay, let's go.
Hi, I'm Bear. Let's go to sleep.
I saw my mother had some old cardboard boxes, so I cut us into 3 small cards to make frames. Put them together like this. I will now adhere the paper to the walls to add color. You can buy them in stationery stores. Border decals. I will make the second floor of the house with another block of cardboard. We'll make a pretty little slide to get to the second floor. Now, I'm going to create rainbow colors for the slide with colorful emulsions. Perfect! First, I will make the bedroom for the house. Starting with the bed, I will cover the cover with earth so that our headboard will have a clear volume and a certain softness and bulge. Ears. Eyes. A nose. Add blush on the sides. And the mouth. What else are we missing? Maybe a strawberry. Yeah, so cute, bear headboard. Put the mattress on. Let's choose a suitable lace pattern to make a blanket. That's it. Add rainbow lace and pearl string. Add a slide rail and the bed can be completed. The soft bed is ready to lie on. In my room, I want a small mirror. You too, right? How can we go out without being groomed and beautiful? What about a bear-shaped mirror? I will grind it a bit to make the cardboard sharper. To make a mirror, you can use the inside of the snack pack like me. The mirror is done.
Hi, I'm Bear. Let's go to sleep.
How lolly bedroom. Hey, let me tell you a story. Growing up, my family moved around a lot because my parents were journalists. I got really good at making friends quickly, but holding on to any of them was tough since I always ended up leaving. No matter how many of my so-called besties promised they'd stay in touch. After a while, they never did. It was heartbreaking every time. One day, Mom came home with big news. She got a job in Washington, D.C. for a national newspaper, and we wouldn't have to move anymore. I was so excited. Finally, I would have rooms of my own to decorate, make friends that would last. It was a dream. When I sat down at my desk in the homeroom, the other kids looked at me like I was an alien until a pretty brunette girl sat down next to me. She said she is Jasmine and she loved my jeans. I could tell she was popular, and it was easy to see why. Very involved in all sorts of clubs and sports. So charming and top 2 of our class. She was always competing for the top spot against this one kid, Chase. She warned me about how annoying he was, and I totally agreed. I was stuck next to him in math class, and he was always talking and distracting me from taking notes. Soon after I started school, Jasmine convinced me to come to her French club to see if I wanted to join. We watched French movies and practiced speaking with each other. They were going to choose 2 students for a summer study abroad in Paris. I just knew it would be a really smart move for my future. One day, when Jasmine and I stayed in the hallway, I saw Ryan. Then he smiled, the most perfect smile I'd ever seen. He's on the soccer team, good at school. Wow, he sounds like the perfect package. Suddenly, her eyes turned to ice in front of me. Ryan, he's Jasmine X. Teachers started grouping us, and surprise, I got paired with Ryan. Soon after that, I got assigned to help Chase hand out awards at the banquet. A few days later, Ryan and I had to get together at his house to make chocolate mousse, my favorite. Just then, I started the mixer. It started dipping everything up so fast that our chocolate mixture started flying out of the bowl. Soon, we were both covered in chocolate. I was mortified, but Ryan just laughed and swept some chocolate off my nose. After we got cleaned up, we managed to make a second batch just in time to make it to the event. Madame Delacroix tasted every dish and said ours was the best of all of them. I was pretty proud, and I hoped it would get me some extra points toward the Paris program. After that, Ryan started asking me to hang out more and more. I could tell he liked me, and I was really starting to like him. But I couldn't betray Jasmine. When I told my mom about it, she thought if Jasmine is my best friend, what kind of friend keeps me from being with someone me really like? Soon after, Ryan hurt his ankle at a soccer match and had to leave the field. We lost. I decided to visit him the next day, especially now that Jazz had given her blessing. When I walked into his living room with some cherry daisies, his whole face lit up and he pulled me down to the couch in a huge hug. We watched TV and ate way too much ice cream, but things felt a little different. He was texting almost constantly when he usually was always talking to me nonstop. I wondered if I had ruined things by pulling away earlier. I tried to ignore it, but when my mom came to get me, I was glad to leave. I was glad for the distraction when Jasmine announced her birthday party to the whole class. On Saturday, when my mom dropped me off at mini golf, a gift in hand for Jasmine, I pasted a big smile on my face as I got out of the car. Chase waved to me and smiling. As we walked into THE party room, imagine my shock when I saw Jasmine standing there holding hands with none other than Ryan. Still, I was mortified. Now, he wouldn't even look at me. I suddenly felt a warm hand on my shoulder. Chase and I played through. And even though I had a pit in my stomach, we actually had a lot of fun. He was pretty good. But when Ryan leaned over to help her blow out her birthday candles, and Jasmine turned to smile at me with a gleam in her eye like nothing was wrong, I knew I had to leave. And as soon as I got into Mom's car, I burst into tears and cried all the way home. And even though Chase texted me to check on me, the one person who I actually thought would worry enough to reach out never did. I didn't hear from Jasmine until Monday in homeroom. She said they got back together the day he got hurt at his soccer match. And with that, she flipped her hair over her shoulder and switched desks. I was devastated. My first real friend, and everything had gotten so messed up. When I saw Ryan walking home from school, I sped up to catch him. I said I thought we liked each other. You know what? He said he didn't know I liked him. Luckily, Chase came to sit by me the first time he saw me sitting alone at lunch. As the weather got nicer, Chase tried to get me to come out to soccer games, parties, concerts, but my sole focus was on school. I was more determined than ever to get one of the spots to go to Paris. Chase became my favorite study buddy. On the last day of school, Chase and I walked down the National Mall as the sun set. Suddenly, my phone rang. It was Madame Delacroix. She informed me that I have been selected for this summer study abroad in Paris. Oh, wow! When we hung up, I squealed, "Oh my God! I'm going to have a stamp in my passport." Suddenly Chase's phone rang. And when he saw the caller ID, he looked up at me with a gleam in his eye. I could barely contain my excitement. And when he finally said thank you and hung up, he turned to me with a huge smile. Looks like I'll have a matching stamp. Paris together! I threw my arms around him, overjoyed to be off on a big adventure with my first real friend. Okay, let's put things in the fridge. A water bottle, a bottle of Pepsi water, and a few other bottles of water. Let's go to the garden.
Hello? I need some honey.
Hey, don't do that. Here you are.
Thank you.
Now let's make a dish from honey. Oh, that is a sweet cake.
So yummy.
After completing the kitchen, we will move to the living room. A bear-shaped sofa. The cutest sofa I've ever seen. We will use clay to make a table. Now I will do it quickly before the clay dries. Shape the table into the strawberry shape. A lovely strawberry table. Don't forget the pull from mini ball. Here, this is our bear house. Let's take a look at our results. How lovely! Thank you for watching my video. If you have any ideas for your next home, let me know in the comments. See you in the next video.